On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me two turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me three French hens, two turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me four calling birds, three French hens, two turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me five golden rings, four calling birds, three French hens, two turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me six geese a-laying, five golden rings, four calling birds.
Okay, that got old really fast. We're trying something different.
Snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bride was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lame, misfortune seemed his lot. He got into a drifted bank, and then we got upset. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Well, I don't know if that one was any better. Well, maybe it was. It was a little bit better than the first song I chose. I guess I should have listened to the entirety of the first song, or maybe thought about the lyrics for a second, because yeah, that got old really quickly, huh? You know, the song that has like constantly repeating lyrics. It's just like, dude, okay, I can't do that anymore. I'm trying to do the theme, you know. It's Christmas time, and everybody's like, no Christmas music until December. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm totally for that. I agree. If it's October, I don't want to hear any Christmas music. If it's November, I don't want to hear any Christmas music. But once it's December, okay, fine. You know, it's time for Christmas music, and I'm okay with that in December. But yeah, my selection of Christmas music is fairly limited. And sometimes I don't make the best choices when it comes to Christmas music. I'm not good at reading the room. because there aren't really a lot of heavy metal Christmas songs out there. You know, and you guys have heard some of the music that I put on the, you know, the intro to the show, and some of it's kind of metal and a little horror, and yeah, just unfortunately through my searches, there's a couple of heavy metal, you know, Christmas songs out there, but not many. At least not that I can use without YouTube saying, "Hey, you can't use that song. We're going to flag your account." No, I'm just kidding. They haven't flagged my account yet because I've been smart about it, which is good. But enough about Christmas music, because I know you all want to talk about something else, or maybe you do want to talk about Christmas. Here's a question for you, since it's Saturday and we're, you know, just kind of doing whatever. I know some of y'all are a bit younger, probably still teenagers, maybe even younger than that. And if so, what do you want for Christmas? It's just a question, you know, because when you're young and you're, you know, when you're like 10, 11, 12 years old, you're like, yeah, it's Christmas. I'm gonna get me a Nintendo Wii. You know, however y'all do it. As adults, our gifts tend to get a little more boring. You know, and I remember hearing about that sort of stuff when I was younger. When I was like, you know, 12, 13 years old. I remember people like, yeah, adults have completely different ideas of what they want for Christmas. And I always thought it was weird, because I thought that even, you know, like 50-year-old people would want toys. They do. They're just much more expensive and much more elaborate. We'll just say that. Because, you know, when you're 10 years old, you know, and you get like a transformer that turns into a car or something, I mean, you know, you're like, yeah, awesome, you know, you get toys. But when you're 50, you want a real car. And if it's a transformer, even better, but it's probably not. But yeah, tell me. Let me see. Tran says he wants Duel Links crystals. I'm going to assume he means gems. I don't know. I actually wasn't here for Christmas time in Duel Links last year. Did they have any kind of special holiday stuff going, or did they give out gems, or did they give out a ticket or something? I mean, I sincerely don't know. I wasn't here, so I don't know how all that goes. Let's see. OP sales. Bluscar says, no, not really. They just have sales? Ugh, that's kind of crap. I mean, they've got a sale going on right now, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Let's just go into the store. I'm not going to buy anything. I've been good. See? 1,550 gems. So, I promised you guys that I would save all my gems for a big box opening. I don't think I can get the entire box. Well, given how quickly I'm accumulating gems, I don't think I can get the entire box, but I will get a good, you know, number of packs. At least half. We're getting at least half the box. But who knows? I mean, if the pulls, you know, are really, really good, I won't have to buy half the box. Shutesh armor needs to be limited. Do you mean Sakuretsu armor? Pull out senior credit card. Sakuretsu armor eventually got limited in the TCG because it really was that strong. I mean, for a while, think of a back row like this, and I'm just talking traps here, but in the TCG at one time, people had Mirror Force, Magic Cylinder, 3, count them, 3 Sakuretsu armors, and then sometimes they would splash other cards like Widespread Ruins, or Trap Holes. You know, cards like, I mean, back row back in the day in the TCG was insane, dude. I mean, you know, yeah, it was big back row, but at the same time, we also had lots of cards like Heavy Storms and Mystical Space Typhoons, which had no cost. So it balanced it back in the day. Hey, Manuel. So it balanced it then, but, I mean, yeah, it definitely deserved to get limited. Let's see. It says must buy will sell items. Apparently card sleeves are on sale, and these things are on sale. I never buy these things. Actually, just one time for a stream I bought, what is it, the Vagrants? Yeah, these guys, the Vagrants. Yeah, 6 Vagrants will appear. Vagrants give out 5 to 20 times more experience than standard duels. Just for a stream, I bought the Vagrants, and I guess if you're really desperate for experience, like to level up your characters, then yeah, I mean, it's only $1. I mean, well, it's on sale for $1. I think the regular price is like $2 or $3. But that's actually not bad if you're like super desperate to level up some characters. I think, if I remember, it's been a while since I've used them, but I think if you have like a level 1 character and you use just one set of 6 Vagrants, you could basically take that level 1 character all the way up to like level 24 or something like that. It's a lot of experience. It's a lot because it's guaranteed, because it says it gives out 5 to 20 times. The one where you get at least 20 times more experience is guaranteed. You get at least one of them. So yeah, I mean, it's actually not a bad deal, especially when it's on sale. Like I said, that's a whole $1. It's only $1.99 and higher. What does that? Yeah, that's actually not bad. The bonus duelists, I've not purchased them, but I did, like I said, I did do the Vagrants. I've never bought the Master Gate keys, and I've never had to buy additional deck slots. So that stuff doesn't really apply to me. And then it looks like all the boxes are pretty much on sale. Let's see. But yeah, the boxes and stuff are pretty much on sale. Let me check actually, I want to check... No. Decks. Okay, here we go. Because I've not... Oh, wait, is this the one I wanted to look at? Yes, it is. Okay. This is actually not on sale. Okay, well that stinks. If this would have been on sale, I probably would have gotten 1 or 2 of these. But it's not on sale. So we'll just leave that alone. Is this on sale? This one is cash only. No, it's not on sale. Doesn't matter. I have 3 of these, but still, just curious. And the synchro stuff. I actually don't have Gravity Warrior. I kind of want to get this box just so I can get a Gravity Warrior. Beyond that, I don't think I really care. Well, I think there's at least one tuner in here. Where is it? Yeah, there's a tuner. There's another tuner. So I guess maybe for this and for this. But other than that, I don't really care. Anyways, we were talking about the sale. And now get back to what we're talking about. What is it you want for Christmas? Tran says he wants gems. Emmanuel, you have to tell us what you want for Christmas. Same thing with you, Bluskamar. What do you want for Christmas? And for me, I don't really want anything for Christmas. And I know that sounds weird. But you're like, come on, you gotta want something for Christmas. I'm actually okay. Now, I know my mother. I know her pretty well. And even if I say I don't want something for Christmas, she will still get me something for Christmas. I mean, it's usually very much the, let me see, a Nintendo Switch and a stream from you. Oh, there you go. Dude, Nintendo Switch, man, I gotta say, dude, the Switch is actually a pretty sweet product. I remember hearing about it right before it came out, like a couple months before it came out. And I looked at the design and how it was supposed to work, and I was like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. But I gotta tell you, man, that thing has actually done really well. It's actually a pretty sweet system. I mean, of course, it lags behind a little bit, you know, on the PS4 and the Xbox One as far as graphics and stuff go. But big +1 for portability. Big +1 for really fun games. I mean, some of those games on there are just fun. I mean, like, what was it? The Zelda Breath of Wind? That game I heard was amazing. And, of course, that Super Smash Brothers stuff, that's getting ready to come out. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there. You can play Diablo 3. Not that most people would. But you can. You can play Diablo 3 on the Switch. There's a lot of games on the Switch that I hear are just... You know, lots of PC ports making it over to the Switch, which is great. I mean, that's awesome. I wouldn't mind a Switch, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of money to me. But then I think about last year and what my mother got me for Christmas, and I was like, oh, okay, well, she probably would get me a Switch if I asked for it. But, you know, I mean, I'm at the age, and she's at the age where it's like, okay, let's just, you know... The only thing is, here's the I don't want to say ironic, I don't think ironic's the right word. But, you know, like when you're young, you know, like, again, going back when you're 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, you know, you want the awesome stuff. You want toys, you want game systems. Kids these days want cell phones and all that stuff. Not that I'm super old, but, you know, when I was 10, cell phones just, I mean, they were around, but they weren't like they are today, where they're all, you know, touchscreen smartphones. It wasn't like that. But yeah, where was I going with this? I have no clue. I got flavor out. Well, anyways, but yeah, I just you know, back in the day we wanted game systems and all that sort of stuff, but we didn't. You know, unfortunately, I mean, I grew up poor. We weren't homeless, thankfully, but we did not have a lot of money. I mean, it's like rent was paid, electric bill was paid, and a little bit of food, and that was pretty much it. That was all we could hope for in a month, and it wasn't my mother's fault. I mean, it was just her trying to raise 3 kids. You know, she worked full time, and then of course she had to deal with having 3 kids, and that's a pain in the butt. You know, Dad was nowhere to be found, so things were rough. You know, we just didn't have a lot of money. So occasionally we would get things. You know, like we got a gaming system one year, that sort of stuff. But again, we didn't have a lot of money, so Christmases were a little bare. But now that we're all adults and, you know, we've moved on, you know, when you leave the nest, so to speak, you go on and you have your own life and do your own thing. And now all these years later, my mother remarried, and, you know, her husband is while not rich, she's very well off, and now she's doing better in her job, and she's very well, they have money basically. Now we're in the situation where it's like, wow, you know, now my mother and my stepfather, they have all kinds of money now, where they could get you things like game systems, you know, expensive game systems and computers and cell phones, and now you're like, I don't really want any of that. Like one year, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, my mother's like, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, I don't really want anything. And she's like, are you sure? And I go, yeah, I'm kind of okay. I'm good. But thank you, Mom. But Mom being Mom, she's like, I'm getting you something anyway. And so she goes out and she gets me the classic adult sort of gift. She got me a handful of t-shirts and like 2, you know, 6 packs of socks. And I know the kids are like, really? But I'm like, dude, that's awesome. As an adult, man, getting a t-shirt that you like and it's comfortable to wear, you're like, dude, that's awesome. I guess, you know, there comes a point where, you know, you kind of start looking at things a little bit differently as an adult. Like when I knew I became an adult, when I was 24 years old, and I went to the store and I was looking at vacuum cleaners of all things, and I was like, oh, that's a nice vacuum. And I got it, and I got it home, I opened it up, and I was so happy to have a vacuum cleaner. And I mean, I knew I wasn't old, but I knew I'd become an adult at that point. I'm like, okay, I'm an adult now because I'm excited to have a vacuum cleaner. Just little things like that. You're like, yes, vacuum cleaner. And interestingly enough, hey, you know, come to think of it, I actually could use a new vacuum cleaner. Mine sucks. And not in the way it's supposed to. But seriously, I don't know, maybe I'll ask my mother for a vacuum cleaner. If she asks, I won't just go out and ask her for it, no. But I don't know, I mean, because I have one, I think I bought it for like $60, you know. And it's one of those ones where it'll last a couple of years, but then after that, you know, the performance just starts fading. It's a $60 vacuum. It just doesn't, you know, it doesn't hang around very often. It doesn't expect to have to work more than a couple of years. And yeah, it's fading. So I'd like to get one that's like maybe like the $200 range. And, you know, hopefully that one will last me like a good decade. Like my mother, she's all fancy pants. She has a Kirby. Y'all ever heard of Kirby? A Kirby vacuum cleaner it's one of those really old brands that they started selling vacuum cleaners like way back in the day. And I mean way back in the day. I'm talking like the 1920s, 1930s, I think. But yeah, it's seriously, if you go to Google and you Google up Kirby vacuum cleaners, you'll see what I mean. A Kirby vacuum cleaner is like $1,000, but it has a lifetime warranty. And I gotta tell you, I tried out my mother's Kirby vacuum cleaner and I was like, holy crap. It is an amazing vacuum cleaner. She bought it. I remember when she bought it, and I went and I looked at it, and I was like, how much did you pay for this? And she was like, like $1,600, because she got like extra attachments and all sorts of stuff with it. And I was like, damn. And she's like, yeah, but I never have to buy a vacuum cleaner the rest of my life. And I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense then. That makes sense, because if it breaks, she can just call them up and they give her a new one. I'm like, that's awesome. But yeah, Kirby vacuum cleaners, they're made out of heavy steel. They used to be made out of iron, but those things were ridiculously heavy. They're made out of heavy steel. They have adjustable rollers. I mean, you can literally take the entire thing apart, clean it, and put it all back together. The bands and stuff that come with it. It's an amazing vacuum cleaner. You know I'm an adult when I say, dude, vacuum cleaners. But it's an amazing vacuum cleaner, dude. It is worth every penny she paid for it. Hey, Hoppy, we're talking about vacuum cleaners. We're talking about Christmas, actually, but... Excuse me, I had to get some of my drink there. But yeah, we're talking about Christmas. And we were like, well, what do we want to get for Christmas? And I've mentioned so far, like, t-shirts, a vacuum cleaner... But anyways, back to my vacuum cleaner thing. If I get a vacuum cleaner, I'd like one that's like maybe like $150, $200, like pretty good, you know, like not top of the line, but pretty darn good, you know. Blake Allen says, I already know what I'm getting. Well, come on, man, you gotta share. You gotta share it, dude. You gotta tell us what you're getting. Turner says, my grandparents have one of the old school Eureka vacuums with the 4-wheel canister. Oh, nice. And long metal tube on the end of the hose. Dude, those are cool. If I remember correctly, my grandmother had... Well, see, my grandmother had a Kirby, too. I don't even know what happened to that thing. I really don't. But I have seen those canister vacuum cleaners. In fact, there was a story not that long ago. You can probably look it up. But I think a guy found an old vacuum cleaner in a dump. I'm not positive. I may be pretty wrong about this. But the thing itself, the vacuum was manufactured, I think, like in 1908. Something like that. Seriously, 1908 was when this thing was done. When it was made. And so he took it and he cleaned it up, refurbished it, still works. The original motor in that thing still works. And it still works beautifully. He uses it all the time. I'm like, and you should see this thing. It is classic. It's amazing looking. And again, the younger people in here are like, dude, are we really talking about vacuums? Yes, we are really talking about... I gotta find this now. 100-year-old vacuum. Let me see. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Here's a picture of it. Let me see if I can blow this up and share it with you guys. Ooh, that's not a good quality picture. Hold on. I'm trying to find a good quality picture. Oh, this one's pretty good. Here, I'll share this. Let me go over to here. And we're gonna hide dual links. Here we go. Check this out. Look at that thing. I mean, that thing is old school. Oh yeah, here it is. A collector from Timberlake has revealed one of his prized items, a 100-year-old working vacuum cleaner that he saved from being thrown away. Okay, so he didn't find it in a dump, or maybe he did, I don't know. But yeah, that's it. That's the vacuum cleaner. Still works. It doesn't look pretty. I mean, it's 108 years old. But that thing, I mean, that's beyond classic. That's like artifact age. But it works. And he can still plug it in and use it if he wants to. That's awesome. But yeah, this is what... I think it was Turner was saying it's one of those old ones where it's just like a canister and it has a hose and stuff like that. This is one of those really old vacuum cleaners. But let me do a quick search. Kirby vacuum. I'm trying to find one that looks like my mother's. But yeah, look at this thing. I don't know if you can really see it that well. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit. Come on. Oops. There we go. Look at this thing. It's, I mean, again, we're looking at vacuum cleaners. But, I mean, it's a beautiful machine. Look at this thing. This is, I think this, yeah, this is a newer model than the one my mother has. But this is all metal. It's all steel. The whole thing. It does have a little bit of plastic on the handle, like right here, but this is all steel. And the bags, yeah, you still have to use bags and stuff, but I mean, and the cord itself is really thick, heavy duty. It's an amazing machine. And like I said, my mother got the one with all the extra attachments and stuff, which you don't see here. But it's an amazing machine, dude. Kirby's? Oh yeah, they are expensive. I was saying earlier that the one my mother got was like $1,600. And it's worth it. Like I was saying, this one, well, it's not the exact same model, but the one my mother got, it's a lifetime warranty, she said. So I was like, that's amazing. I mean, if you're gonna drop $1,600 on a vacuum cleaner, you gotta get a lifetime warranty. And it comes with it. Apparently all the Kirby models come with lifetime warranties. At least that's how it was back in the day. Here's some other ones that are not as impressive. That's an older one. Yeah, this is kind of some of the stuff that my mother got with hers, like extra things. And here's another picture, more attachments, tons of attachments. The difference I'm seeing here though is this looks like a much newer model. Because the one my mother has, all of her parts, these little extra components and stuff, all of hers are metal, and these look plastic. So I don't know, maybe there's a different, maybe there's different levels as far as pricing, I guess. And if you spend X amount, you only get the plastic parts, but if you spend more, you get the stainless steel ones. But anyways, enough about vacuums. Here, let's put the Duel Links back on. But yes, I definitely love vacuums. How much do you love vacuums? Oh yeah, I love vacuums. No homo, right? Anyways, so let's get back to Duel Links. And Turner says, I'd be happy with a new microwave for Christmas. Mine is dying. Dude, mine is too. Of course, I'm not gonna lie, I spent like $50 for it. But I really would like a new microwave. But I'm gonna wait. Mine still works. It still does what it needs to. Benia says he also needs a new microwave. Let's see. Maroon, what do you need for Christmas? I'm sorry if you posted it, but I'm kind of just going here. What exactly would Maroon? Oh, I'm sorry, Maroon's in the Middle East, so I assume they have some. Do they have some sort of holiday? I don't think they probably wouldn't call it Christmas. Well, at least for the majority in your area. I don't imagine them being there's probably not too many Christians there. There are some Christians, but not like it is here in the United States or in big parts of Europe. But what holiday? What do they call it over there? Because I know obviously Jewish people. Maroon's Christian. Oh, well, I don't know that, dude. I'm not going to assume your religion. But anyways, but yeah, like America, where it's, I guess you could say it's a Christian nation. We have Christmas, obviously. And then the Jewish people have Hanukkah. And I know I think it's in Africa. I think they call it Kwanzaa. And then like in some parts of Europe, I guess it's still called Christmas, but they have Krampus. That scary, kind of creepy guy. But I know like in Japan is a big Christian nation too. They call it Christmas there. Like in Middle Eastern countries, I'll be honest, I sincerely don't know what sort of religious holiday they have there. I mean, because if you really think about all the religions, and I don't want to get too into religion here, but if you think about all the religions, they're all sort of similar when it comes to certain aspects like Christmas, the birth of, I guess, Christ in this case. What do they celebrate in the Middle East besides Christmas? I mean, Maroon. Again, I have to ask Maroon because he's from that area. Although he is Christian. He said it here himself, he's Christian. I really don't know what they call it there. Or if they even have a holiday. But anyways, I digress. We don't have no holiday. Emmanuel says they don't have a holiday. Oh, okay. We don't have no holiday. That's unfortunate. But still, even if you don't celebrate Christmas or some variation of it, yeah, you know, we have a holiday in my country. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, in Canada, they have Canada Day. Many of you all may not even know that, but yeah, in Canada, they celebrate the arrival of the Christmas moose. And yeah, the Christmas moose comes into town and he brings lots of maple syrup for all the good kids. It's called the Celebration of Canada. What? It's totally legit, dude. It's a totally legit holiday. Don't look at me like that. It's legit, I'm telling you. The Christmas moose is a real thing. Everybody's like, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean, what am I talking about? It's real. Don't say it's not real. It's real. I'm telling you, man. The Christmas moose. Benia says, in Dominican Republic, we celebrate Christmas not for believing in Christmas, but for the food. Hey, that makes sense. Hey, if that's another thing, because again, Christmas is kind of, you know, it's like we have Thanksgiving here in the States, and it's a big food holiday. Christmas, I guess, is everybody else's big food holiday. Keaton Hall says hello with a sad face. I have no idea what that means. Blascar says, look up the Stardust Moose. Pele is a Canada Day in Canada. That's right, the Christmas moose. He comes to your door, knocks on it with his antlers, and then says, hey baby, I'm the Christmas moose. Would you like to brush me? No moosey, right? Anyways, so yeah, the Christmas moose shows up and he gives maple syrup to all the good kids. And yeah, it's an amazing holiday. I'm telling you, if you've never been to Canada, you gotta go, because I mean the Christmas moose is just it's incredible. It's the most amazing holiday that I've seen from Canada. Now, of course, I'll be honest. There are probably a lot of holidays in Canada that I'm not aware of. But that's one of the ones that's reached down into the United States. Benia says, that song is copyright. When I use a tiny little snippet like that, it's okay. But if I play like the whole song, then they get upset. Just to answer that question, let me see. Dan wants me to keep George Michael on. I'm sorry, I can't. I can only use like a tiny 3 or 4 second snippet. That's it. Moni says, Christmas is more of a Thanksgiving in my country where you get together with family and eat dinner. Yeah, I mean, Christmas is kind of like that here too, except at least for us, for my family, when we used to get together. Unfortunately, I mean, well, my family still gets together. I just don't join them. But like, yeah, Thanksgiving, you know, we break out the turkey and the rolls and stuffing and all that good stuff and pumpkin pies. Christmas is a little different. We don't, like, some families still eat turkey for Christmas, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. I love turkey, so I wouldn't mind. But like my family, because of our heritage and our background and where we grew up, we don't eat turkey on Christmas. We eat tamales. Well, generally we do. Like we'll go and we'll get like several dozen tamales. Like down here in my area, we have someone called the quote-unquote the tamale lady. And she's usually like an old abuelita that basically just makes a ton of tamales and sells them. And it's usually not just one woman, she has help. But yeah, it's a big deal because we don't buy, you know, like store-bought tamales. You know, like the ones you go like into your grocery store. Because you can buy tamales at the grocery store. But I don't want to say it's a sin down here to do that, but Most of us don't, because we generally go to the, again, quote unquote, tamale lady, and we bought like 10 dozen tamales from her. And that's the thing. We eat tamales on Christmas. We eat tamales, we eat sugar cookies, we eat pan de polvo, and a few other choice foods. And it's amazing. But tamales, oh my god. Now I want tamales. Dude, I'm telling you, man, you have no idea. If you've never had a tamale in your life, dude, you are missing out. And I'm not talking, again, I'm not talking the crappy store-bought ones. I mean ones that were made by a Mexican grandma, dude. Oh, those are amazing, dude. I'm telling you. You have one bite of a good tamale, and you're like, dude, I can't go back. I'm in love. It's amazing. No tamale, right? Tamales, all the tamales. Anyways, so let's see. Maroon, it's a religious holiday for the Muslim people. What is? What's a religious? I gotta go back here. Keaton says no one likes him. I don't get that. I don't understand why. We like you, Keaton. You're okay in our book. Begone Ramadan. Is that I guess I mean I've heard of Ramadan. I was never exactly sure how it worked though. Because again, we just don't have a lot of Muslim people down here. We have some, but it's not as widespread as Christianity. So I sincerely just don't know how that works. Maroon says it's a religious holiday for Muslim people that I know, but let's see. Let's see. I make my own. Trax says he makes his own tamales. Good for you. Every person, I think, should at least learn how to make tamales, or at least make tamales once in their life. It is a little, you know, it can be difficult, but it's so good. The food, I mean, the tamales are just so great, man. They're amazing. I'm working my way through the comments, guys. give me a minute. Let's see. Benia says Mexican MILF. What are you talking about, Benia? Anyways, Turner's like blame Trax. Hold on. You have a demon on your national flag? I don't even know what you're talking about. George Michael, most sexiest song alive. Let me see. My dream to have a BMW big Mexican woman. Dude, come down here. There's plenty of them. Emmanuel says not eating is good for the body. Well, you generally want to eat, but eating smaller amounts, especially if you're overweight, is probably a good thing. Benia says Ramadan is not eating for one day. I thought Ramadan, if I remember correctly, and again, I could be completely wrong about this, but the only reason I even know about Ramadan is because of Akeem Olajuwon. You all have probably no idea who that is. Akeem Olajuwon was a basketball star back in the 1990s. He played for the Houston Rockets. And the reason why we all knew about Ramadan is because he was Muslim. And so whenever it was Ramadan, he couldn't eat during the day. That was the thing. He couldn't eat during the day. So whenever he had to play games, it was a little harder on him because, you know, you're used to eating, you know, to get a little energy before the game. But he couldn't do that because of his religious beliefs. So like for a month or something, he couldn't eat during the day. So I don't know. Maybe is that a different thing? I don't know. I apologize. Let's see. Moni says, I'm trying to work through the chat, guys. It's going a little faster for me. Dark Trash. I want Christmas to celebrate the birth of Jesus, and now it's about a red guy giving presents to everyone in a night. Yeah, man. I mean, what's there not to believe about that? Moni says, what exactly is a tamales? Well, tamales is plural. Okay? Tamale is singular. It's basically like, how can I explain it? It's like it's like, how can I explain it? It's like a really tiny burrito. Let me see if I can just kind of explain how it's sort of made. Okay, so to make it, you create masa, and masa is generally made out of cornmeal and spices. And what you do is you take that cornmeal and spices and you make it into like this paste, and you rub it into these corn husks, and then you can fill that corn husk with the masa and it with all kinds of stuff. You can put in like chicken, you can put in beef, and of course the chicken and the beef is flavored. You can put in pork. There's all sorts of different kinds, dude. and then you sort of roll it up and wrap it, and then you cook it, like in the oven, for a little bit. And then you take it out, and when it's ready to eat, you actually remove the corn. It's like a corn wrapper, because again, you wrap it in that corn husk. You unwrap it, and then you eat it, just like that. Once it's hot. Usually you eat it when they're hot. You can eat them when they're cold, but usually you eat them when they're hot. And the cool thing about tamales is they have a they're a very hearty food in the sense that they can be cooked and then heated and reheated several times. And they don't get stale in any way. They don't start tasting bad. They don't do it with any. You can reheat them several times and they're still good. Now they do go bad, obviously, if you leave them out. But they have a good it's kind of like how when you buy pizza and the fresh pizza tastes amazing and then you eat it like that. But then sometimes you stick some pizza in the fridge and 2 days later you come back and you're like, oh, pizza, and you go and you heat it up again and you eat it. Tamales are very similar, because they have, you can go back to them and reheat them again and eat them, and they're still good. But yeah, Google tamales. They're great. Let's see. Oops. Oh, chat's going fast again. Sorry. It's taking forever to answer all these questions. Dude, in my country, there is food everywhere. If I don't eat for one day, I will go mad. Turner says, I may not know Spanish, but I know how to duck when she gets mad at me. Yeah, because she throws a chancla at your head. Tamales is a type of Mexican culture food. Well, I've never thought of it as a culture food, but it is food. Primal says, I just got finished watching Yu-Gi-Oh! DSOD. Okay. Emmanuel Reynolds, Ramadan is not eating for 30 days. Dark Trek says, won't he die? No, he won't die. Not eating when the sun is out. Yeah, that's how it works, I think. Not eating. Going back to Ramadan, it's not eating. I'm going to have to skip through some of these because there's a lot. I'm really behind on chat. Okay. Emmanuel, we don't eat pork. Yeah, some people don't eat pork. That's fine. That's why we have beef and chicken. I love pork meat. Is amazing. Deer meat. Yeah, I guess you could make tamales with deer meat if you really... I mean, there really is no limit on what you can put inside a tamale. I mean, I've seen people go all out and put a mixture of chicken, beef, rice sometimes. I'm very much when it comes to foods, I'm very much part of the less is more camp. And so if it's just cornmeal with chicken filling, I'm perfectly fine with that. I've met people making some tamales with some rice and potatoes inside it, and it's really good. Yeah, again, you can put whatever you want inside a tamale. But like I said, again, just me personally, I just like, the simpler the better. You're gonna do a cooking stream. If I had a real kitchen, I would. That's the one thing I don't like about my apartment. I mean, my apartment's actually pretty good size, but my kitchen is just, it's so small, dude. If I had a real kitchen, I probably would do a cooking stream. Let's see. Sounds nice. Could you use a different wrap for it as well instead of corn? I've never really seen anybody else use a different wrap. The reason we use the corn husk is because, again, it's real hardy. It's real tough. So when you cook it and reheat it, it survives very easily. But as far as using different wraps for it, I guess technically you could. But I mean, if you keep changing things about it, at some point it ceases to be a tamale. Please do a cooking... Dude, I'm telling you, man. The kitchen that I have is just... It's not a good kitchen. I mean, it works, but it's not like... My brother, he had an amazing... Because my brother's a professional chef, for those of you who don't know. He really is. I mean, he went to cooking school and all that stuff. He's a professional chef. He actually owns a business. And so when I saw his kitchen, I was like, holy crap, that's amazing. He had an amazing... I mean, he had the old school gas stoves and everything. It was great. We demand a cooking stream. I'll be quiet. I mean, I can cook, obviously, but my brother, he's the chef. He's the one you go to for that. If you're hardcore on food and, that sort of stuff. Because I know how some of you people just love food. Oh, yeah. Give me that tamale. Give it to me now. Oh, the tamales. Okay. we're gonna play some Duel Links now because I've been going for 45 minutes and I haven't even opened the duel room yet, dude. You want to roast pork? Well, okay. What's going on? Why is... Oh, there it is. We just love food. We can sit here talking about food for like 3 hours. The tamale stream. Okay, but it is Saturday. I mean, to kind of, you know, switch back to Duel Links here, because that's what the stream is called. But yeah, let's open up a duel room. Again, it's fun decks, you know. So, and the cool thing is as all of you know, we have been able to unlock Tristan. Copy your... Oh, you can do a URL now. Huh. Anyways, let me share the room number with you guys. 003653. That's a pretty simple one. But anyways, that's the room number. And I have Tristan. I'm sure most of you have Tristan. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Food Links. But I actually have a Tristan deck. It's a variation on another deck that I was using. I changed it slightly. But I do have a deck for Tristan. That's right.
It's your hero, Tristan Taylor.
It's me, Tristan Timothy Taylor. Such a goofball. I especially love the part where he shows Taya his quote-unquote friendship. If you haven't seen that part, it's hilarious. But yeah, just I've been waiting for Tristan. I already got him level 14. I mean, not like that's hard, but he unlocks at level 20 in the event. Yes, once you complete the 20th level, he unlocks for you. But since Tristan is a new duelist...
Am I confident in my dueling? Not at all.
It would make sense to go through his rewards. Gems, of course, the freaking Acrobat Monkey. I'm not going to use that. Deck Master Effect, Cyber Commander, it's kind of useless. Deck Box, Gems. This one's kind of useless. It's a Beast Warrior, that's why they gave it to him. Gems, it's more Acrobat Monkeys, more of this. This card, dude, people have been hating on this card in the Facebook groups, and I'm like, are you people stupid? I mean, it's like they completely dismissed this card without thinking of the possibilities. In fact, I think it was, what, 1.5, 2 weeks ago where I said that it's very rare that you run into a light-themed deck? Well, this card makes it viable to do a light-themed deck with warriors. And there are a lot of light warriors out there. Just to give you another one, besides Freed the Brave Wanderer, Blade Knights. Blade Knight is a light warrior. And look at this effect. Once per turn, you can banish 2 light monsters from your graveyard to target 1 face-up monster on the field with higher attack than this face-up card. Destroy that target. That's handy. It is handy because, again, he's a 4-star, so you can bring him out fairly well. 1700, not the greatest attack, but it's okay. But that sort of, kind of, I don't want to say mediocre, but less than great attack. I mean... especially with so many decks out there with these massive monsters, you know, who come out with like 3,500 attack or something. I mean, remove 2 light monsters, destroy that big giant monster. That's awesome. Again, it's the card, I think, by itself is okay, but when you put it with a deck where it's meant to work, there you go. I mean, it's a solid card. It's not amazing. It's not going to blow everything out of the water, but it's a solid card. And yeah, I only have 1 copy of it right now because I'm still leveling him up. Let's see, 50 gems, another Freed the Brave Wanderer at level 18, and then your third Freed the Brave Wanderer at level 23. I'm actually happy they're giving 3 copies so early because, again, 3 copies of Freed the Brave Wanderer, and they can support themselves because, again, it's a light monster. So if they end up in the graveyard, like if it's later in the game and they end up in the graveyard, boom, you can still use the effect. Grass is greener, yeah, that could work. If you want to move it along, that could work for you. Let's see, what are the rewards? Tardy Orc. Card cannot attack the turn to summon. I'm not crazy about that card. Let's see. Absolute Crusader. We were kind of going over these the other day. I thought they were okay. I'm a little disappointed that he's Earth. A little disappointed. If this was a light monster, it would kind of go with the Freed theme, which would be really nice. But even then, when a level 5 or higher monster is special summon, tribute this face-up card on the field, destroy that level 5 or higher monster. That's, again, a fairly solid card. Again, given that people special summon those big giant monsters all the time. Another tardy orc. Muscle-matic. Look at that guy, he's ripped. He looks like Bania after working out. Flex. If a player would take damage from battle involving this card, they gain that much life points instead. That's actually... wow. I just realized something. This is a 4-star, 2200 attack monster with no real negative side effect. Well, I guess, you know, they gain life points. I mean, I guess if you want to call it negative, it is. But I mean, like all the other cards, like the Goblin Attack Forces and Goblin Elite Attack Force, where they have to change the defense position, and they have to stay that way for a turn. I guess if you really want to get rid of a monster on the other side of the field, I mean, this isn't bad. Again, I don't like that this is water. What if you use Chalice? Chalice with this guy? It just makes him that much stronger. If you use Chalice, it negates his effect, so it basically would turn him into a 26 attacker. Oh, bad reaction to Smoochie? That's true. It would be... well, I don't think it would be broken, because you have to think of how many different monsters this thing could take out. With 2200 attack, I mean, again, it's a good, strong attack monster for a 4-star, but again, the monsters you're going to be taking out are probably minimum 1600 attack. So I guess, you know, it might work, but if you're taking out monsters that are like 1900, 2000 attackers, you'll get some benefit from Smoochie, but not a ton. But I still think it's an okay card. It's not broken, but it's I mean, again, a 22 attacker. If you just want to get rid of monsters on the field fairly easy, and don't mind giving up a few life points to your opponent, that's fine. Let's see, another Orc. Another Crusader, which I don't mind. And this guy, Motivating Captain. When this card is normal summoned, you can target one level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon them in defense position, but it has its effects negated. That's actually not bad. You know who I would call? Big Shield Gardener. I would do Big Shield Gardener. Because think about it. When this card is normal summoned, you can target one level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position, which you want Big Shield to be in, but it has its effects negated. So that means when they attack into Big Shield, he doesn't switch to attack. I think that's a pretty solid card. The only thing is, of course, when you summon this thing, suddenly you've got a 400 attacking monster in attack position. But yeah, his cards are actually pretty decent. I don't understand why so many people are giving him crap. His cards, again, you gotta remember who Tristan is. He was never meant to be like a hardcore duelist. He just wasn't. He was a bit of comic relief, is really what he was. Even in the game, even in this game, he's comic relief. But his cards are solid. They're not amazing. They're not going to change the meta, but they're solid. And I still think some of his abilities are okay. Like Field of Warriors, I like that he has Field of Warriors. I like that. Grit, I'm not done yet. Can be used turn 5 and onward. Your life points become 2,000. The skill can only be used once per duel. That's actually not terrible. Reinforcements, another good one. Reload, super strength. This is actually not bad either. Look at this. Can be used turn 5 and onward. Select one monster you control. Its attack becomes 2,000. This skill can only be used once per duel. It's actually not terrible. I don't know what to give Tristan. Well, here, let's get into the duel room and let's have a duel, because we've been waiting almost an hour now. And I'll show you what I have on him. Again, it's not a meta-changing duel, or deck, I should say. I just think it's a fun deck. Again, you've kind of seen it. I changed it up a tiny bit just to tailor it to Tristan Taylor. But I think it's a fun deck. I think it's neat. It's very much in league with what I think he would probably play. So let's get into this. I'm playing Blescobar. Because I think I promised Blescobar he was going to get first duel anyway, didn't I? I don't remember. Well, let's see how this goes. Where's my drink? Oh, look. We're both Tristan Taylor. Well... This is not a good go first hand, this is a good go second hand. The cool thing is that his Sogen is going to pump up all my monsters. So I guess that's cool. Tristan with 6 Sams. But 6 Sams and X Sams are a bit more... I got him to burn that card on my face down. That's awesome. But, yeah, 6 Sams are a bit more competitive. Oh my god. What is this? Oh, okay. Well, can't really do anything. Yeah, I didn't start out with a great hand this time. Tristan gets 4 of the Wankers? What? Oh, Field of the Warriors. Yes, he does. Yeah, we said that, Turner. In fact, that's what Blescobar is using right now. I don't even think I have an ability set on mine, so I don't know. You know what the funny thing is? Blescobar is using the exact same deck that I'm using for mine. He's using almost the exact same deck. Why would you do that? Blescobar, I know he can't hear me, but I'm like, why in the world would he do that? That makes no sense. I don't understand why he did that. Blescobar, you have to remember, with Enraged Battle Ox, your Xarian gets piercing automatically. You didn't have to lower his attack. That was weird. I'm going to assume that he's just simply not familiar with the deck quite yet, but yeah, that didn't make sense to me. Again, that's why you have Enraged Battle Ox. Oh, you got trigger happy? That's why I was like, why did he do that? That made no sense. But yeah, you didn't have to lower. I mean, not that it mattered in the end, but you didn't have to lower. Black Rose is coming next. To answer your question, Moni, it's Black Rose. It's not going to be Red Dragon Arcfiend because we don't need to have Jack yet.
Duel!
I think once we get Jack as a playable character, like we can unlock it, then they'll give us Red Arcfiend. But the next one is definitely going to be Aki. It's going to be all of Aki's cards. Excuse me. Yeah, I think her box is going to be interesting. I don't know if her box is going to be as good as the one we're about to get, because it's going to be a big box. Because that's what I'm thinking, is we're getting the next box with all the fairy dragon stuff. But then the next box after that, which is going to be another main box, then yeah. That one's going to be a big box. I just don't know exactly, and besides all her Black Rose cards, I just don't know exactly what's going to, be in there. Are you going to send it back, or you send it to the graveyard? Yeah, send it to the graveyard. You don't want to fill up your backfield. But yeah, the next box, like I've said several times up until this point, I think the next box is really good. It is probably one of the better Yeah, we're gonna activate this. It's one of the better mini boxes that we've gotten. I mean, there've been some really good mini boxes, don't get me wrong, but this one is definitely up there. Oh, there's Wind. I'm like, where the hell's Wind? Oh wow, look at that. I gotta check something here. Gonna keep blowing your gems on aliens and Buster Blader. Let's see. Let's do this. I imagine he's got a wall. Oh no, Rainbow Path. Okay. Doink. He's not... Buster Blader's not trash. I mean, if you run him in a dedicated Buster Blader deck, he's actually pretty awesome. The only thing about it is, like most decks of his type, where it's you trying to get out a really big, huge, strong monster, is there can be some inconsistency. But overall, it's not a bad... I mean, the deck itself, the Buster Blader deck, is not bad. Because when it works, oh man, does it work. Crystal Regeki. That's all he's got. He's got to burn it. Yeah, Buster Blader, like I said, he's not, you know, he's not tier 1, but because of his inconsistent play at times, but it's not a terrible deck. It really isn't. I mean, there are ways around it, but, I mean, once he's out, if they're able to get out the big one, the 40, I think it's a 4400 attacker, his fusion monster, and they get DNA surgery on the field, it can be hard to deal with that because it's got breakthrough. It can't attack directly, but with that breakthrough at 4400 attack, that's... yeah. That can be rough, man. Oith. I said oith. Oathbound Immortals. I'm waiting for Earthbound Immortals and the Norse God cards to appear in the future. Emmanuel wants Dark Signers to come out. You know, speaking of signers, I got bored last night.
Duel.
And I was playing World of Warcraft, and I was just farming. I was just going around picking herbs and stuff. And I got bored, and I was like, you know, I should probably go watch 5Ds. So I watched like the first 5 episodes of 5Ds because I'd only seen like the first one, and that was a long time ago. So I rewatched the first one, and then I watched like all the way up to like episode 5 or 6, and it's actually not bad. Now I did not watch the English one. I didn't watch the English one. I watched the original one over on Crunchyroll, and it's actually pretty good. The only thing that annoyed me is that you say faces Trudge twice, like within the first 4 episodes. Excuse me. And that's a little annoying. I mean, I know Trudge uses a different deck the second time around, but still, it's like, come on. You watch the dub for the intro music. Sphere Karibo. Yeah, like I said, I think it's about... what is this, dude? What does he do? His face card on the field would be destroyed by a card effect. You can pay life low points. Okay, yeah, that's going away. But yeah, I watched like the first 6 episodes, and it's actually pretty neat. I'm starting... I got into it fairly quickly. Like, by episode 2, I was like, okay, I'm probably going to watch this entire series now. through season 2 yourself. Oh, that's cool. I know at this point spoilers are kind of like, eh. Yeah, but I figure I'm probably going to watch a few more episodes tonight. Like, I'll probably get up to, like, episode 10. But I also need to catch up on Vrains. Like, I've said several times before that I got up to, like, episode 22, 23, and then I just stopped watching it. But I actually did go back and I finished watching episode 22. I think, like I said, I think it's episode 22 or 23. So I finished watching, there was like a duel going on. I finished watching that duel, but since then I haven't gone back. It just, I don't know. I mean, I think the reason why I'm going to like 5Ds better is because of, you know, it feels a little darker. 5Ds definitely feels a little darker than Vrains does. Yeah, the entire series ends up, it's just, again, I'm not hating on the people who did the dub for English, for us English speakers, but it's like every single time I go and I watch a series, it just, you know, let's see, something else to your pocket. Oh, anyways, but yeah, every time I watch the series in the original Japanese language, it's that much better. Because they play it to you as it was meant to be played, not as it was, you know, cleaned up, I guess, you know, for American audiences. Good duel, sir. God, able to get out 2 synchros, man. Tristan's on fire. Yeah, I got the Yugioh Chaser. You faced a guy who made a Toon World OTK deck. Those are still around? Z1 for Duel Links. Good duel, Manny. And Soul Scala. I think it's Primal, isn't it? I think it's Primal. But yeah, now you all kind of have an idea of what deck this is. It's very similar to that other deck that I was using. Actually, hold on. I apologize. Let me change something here. Oh wow, I forgot. It's reset time. Hooray! I'm slap that person. Oh yeah, the card flipper campaign. Come on, gems. Hey, 20 whole gems. Yeah, at this point, just give me gems. Because like I said, I want to do a nice big pack opening for you guys. The thing is, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it as just like a regular video upload or if I'm going to do it on a stream. Because I tell you right now, the regular video uploads of the big pack openings that I do, they tend to get more views. He did give you a hell of a fight with 6 Sams. Yeah. What was I going to do? Oh yeah,
It's your hero, Tristan Taylor.
That's right. Since you all already know what this deck is, I'm gonna go put his Field of Warriors ability because I don't think I'm playing an ability right now, am I? No ability. Okay. So we're gonna put Field of Warriors. Get a little buff there. But yeah, this is what he's running. The Genzo, Pitch Black, Exarian. These are the changes that I made. Instead of running 3 of these guys, I put in a Jute Fighter for a 2-star tuner and a Changer Synchron for a 1-star tuner. And then I still got the Enraged Battle Ox, and you know, got some staples in there, 3 Floodgates, a Wall, a Spike, and then I've got these guys. I'm not crazy about this card. Yeah, but the Yugioh Chaser, very good, and of course the Flame Veil, very good. I'm waiting for the new box, because when the new box comes out, I'm definitely going to grab one of those 7-star monsters. Probably Ancient Fairy Dragon. I'm going to see. We're going to see how it goes. But yeah, like I said, it's not a super, you know, this is, I mean, it's As you all can plainly tell, this is not a highly competitive deck. This is just a fun deck, as far as the monsters go. I want to try to keep it in duels, obviously, by using the staples. In fact, I'm not crazy about this enemy controller. I'm actually thinking about changing it. I gotta think, though, what spell card would go good in this deck? I really don't know. I could go hardcore back row control and go with, like, Nolman of Extermination. Could. I mean, the controller helps in some ways. And I don't want to troll you all by using too many spike shields. That's why I'm only running the one. I'm like, I'll get you with one, but I won't run 3 on you guys. That's mean. A-Forces? A-Forces, those... You gotta remember, these are Beast Warriors. Mostly Beast Warriors. Like, that Beast Warrior, Beast Warrior, Beast Warrior, Beast Warrior. The only reason I even have regular warriors... Well, that's a machine. It's because that guy's a tuner, and I wanted a tuner. And again, this guy is a tuner. I just wanted tuners. And then he's there for tech. Yeah, so they're Beast Warriors. That's why I'm using Field of Warriors, because they do benefit from Field of Warriors. So that's why it's like, okay, we're going to put that on there. So my big beatdown monsters, yeah. And I actually would probably have, what's his name? Ondal? The 1900 attacking normal monster. Because he's a Beast Warrior also, but the only reason I have this in there is obviously I don't use the effect. It's only there because of his attack and defense. That's it. It's the only reason he's there. Anyways, let's save this. Let's get back to dueling. And then we can talk about vacuum cleaners again, because apparently you guys love talking about vacuum cleaners. Seriously, when we were talking about vacuum cleaners earlier, I had 20 viewers. Everybody was like, dude, vacuum cleaners, yeah, I love them. But seriously, who doesn't love a good vacuum cleaner? I think all of you do. All of you should go out and find a really nice vacuum cleaner that you love and take really good care of it and be like, oh yes, Black Luster Vacuum. I love you so much. It's amazing. No vacuum cleaners, eh? Anyways, back to dueling. Let's see, where was I going? Oh, that's right, I was going to face Soul next. I know Gold was asking in chat, Gold is Emmanuel, but I was going to play Soul, and then I went back and I made that quick change. So we're going to face Soul, and then I'll face Emmanuel after that. Let's see. Money says, I really hated how they never finished the dub for GX and then also skipped the last 30 episodes of 5Ds. If I remember correctly, the reason why that happened is because 4Kids essentially imploded. 4Kids just, the whole company just died. I'm not kidding when I say that either. They just, they imploded. And that sucks, because a lot of people who are watching, you know, the dubbed versions and enjoyed the dubbed versions will never get to see the dubbed versions finish out. Which is unfortunate. But I already faced you, Bleskabar. You think I don't care? Oh, decisions. Let's do it. Let's do it. You bricked? Yeah, having no monsters, I imagine you bricked. And I actually had a pretty decent starting hand. This is a pretty decent starting hand here. Anytime, like if I go first, anytime I start with this guy and this, usually things are going to be okay. Usually. Usually I can get through the first turn fairly easily. Ah, you suck. That was a good card to draw, though. You got another turn. I actually thought about hitting with this guy first, but then I was like, let's go with the 24. But hey, Celtic Guardian makes sense in a deck like that. Oh, man, you bricked. Oh, you're really bricking, huh? Yeah, I actually don't have to use that. Yeah, he bricked pretty hard there. The Celtic Guardian gave you that one extra turn, but yeah, I had the pitch black, so. You drew your boss monster. Let's see, what's... Benia says, I don't know what happened to my internet, but when I opened Duel Links, the stream just froze. And I can only see the chat. That's strange. I don't know what to tell you, man. Have you tried restarting your machine completely? I mean, that's what I would think. Just, you know, restart your machine. Hey, where'd, Gold had next, but I don't see where he is. Where are you, Gold? Let's see. Oh. Gold, hop over on my table if you can. I'm on table 4. There you go. Thank you, sir. I don't really have a boss monster with this deck. I mean, I've got my biggest attacker is probably Jinzo. I mean, I could pump up some other cards. Well, I mean, I guess, let me think. The Flame Veil monster I use for Synchro, he's only a 21 attacker, but he pumps himself up every time he attacks. So I guess that'd be good.
Duel.
Man, that music is grooving. Curious. A very curious move. Gotta read him. I don't see him often enough to know exactly what it is. This card is tribute. It's tribute to draw 1 card. If a monster you control would be destroyed by battle, you can banish this card. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Pretty handy, actually. He was hoping that I didn't have something like Pitch Black, though. I imagined he had a trap card to save his Karibo, but the Pitch Black kind of threw him off. Because he wanted to tribute it so he could get that extra draw. At least that's how I imagine he, you know, wanted to do it. Gonna end the turn, huh? If I draw Jinzo... No Jinzo. Think, how do I want to do this? Good duel, sir. I can only imagine he bricked a bit too. Maybe, and I say a little bit, because again, I imagine you probably had a defensive trap back there, but that Pitch Black really threw you off. Yeah, that's why I love that card. He's a very solid card. Not, I mean, again, not the best in attack and defense, but that ability is top notch. But good duel, sir. Let's see. Lots of people in here, huh? Some of these people I don't know. I imagine somebody shared the room number because there's a lot of people in here I don't know. I know Shredder. He always kicks my butt. I don't know this person. I don't know this person. I don't know this person. I don't know either of these people. I mean, you all can share the room number. That's fine. It's just, you know, I just don't know some of these people. Well, let's see. Nobody else is facing it. Here, I'll face Bleskabar again. Since everybody else is busy. Hey, where'd you go, man? Come back! Don't leave me! Where'd you go, dude? There he is. Okay. Yeah, I mean, everybody... I'm waiting for everybody else anyway, so might as well. No, I did not make it public. I share the room number with you guys, and then... Because there have been times where I know, like, Dre and Trax and a few other people, just to get people into the duel room, you know, maybe some new faces, they'll share the the room number with some of their friends, like on Discord and stuff, and that's fine. As long as they understand that we're just running fun decks, we're not running metas, I have no problem with you guys sharing the room number. Huh. I'm gonna take a chance here. I would normally play this a little bit different, but I'm gonna take a chance. Ooh, look at the bird. Shinado! Oh! That's a monster I do not see very often. Okay, so I guess it's a good thing we're keeping the controller because it's actually come in handy. This is probably the better move right now. We're gonna do this. Now, of course, he could have a rush down there, which would suck. But yeah, I don't generally set the duel room to public simply because you know how it is sometimes. If you make it public, then you're gonna get people in there who don't understand the idea of a casual duel room, and they bring in their hardcore stuff. Shinado's Arc. He's a big dude. I'm trying to remember what his effect is. These cards strikes notes in the monster's head of the graveyard. Inflict damage to your opponent's life points equal to the original attack. Oof, that's rough. Well, I'm in a bit of a spot now because I don't have anything I can really use to deal with that monster at this point. Yeah, this is all I can do. I kind of thought twice about summoning Jinzo, simply because I knew that was going to eventually come in handy, but I took the chance. Cyberdark Edge, huh? Might as well use it. I mean, here, put that sucker down. Yeah, there's really only one card I can draw at this point that's going to help me, and I've only got one copy of it. That's not it. That is not it. Yeah, even his ability was not going to help me right there. I mean, that's a very good ability, but I mean, look at that thing. No! I'm gonna make you earn it. Here, I'm gonna... I know I'm dead anyway, but... You know. Yeah, bringing the Jinzo out that early was a little bit of a mistake there. I really needed... Knowing he was gonna bring Shinado, I made a mistake and brought Jinzo. Knowing that Floodgate was probably gonna come in handy. Good duel, sir. Let's see what else we got. Everybody else is busy. I don't see anybody else at tables. Well, while we're waiting for... Oh, I don't know who this person is, but I guess we're going to do the duel one. Alright, Mini... Yeah, that person. Mini Axodia. Let's see. That's if they're still in the duel room. They may not even actually be in there. Come on. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot the Jin monsters. They help out. They help out ritual summons. I think I have 3 copies of Jin now, and he's very good. I mean, you want him in a. If you're running a deck that's bringing tons of rituals, or at least a handful of rituals, yeah, you definitely want him. Because I have that one kind of crappy sort of ritual deck where I'm running Relinquished. But it's not that good, obviously, as you all have probably seen. Yeah, this is not good. Not a great starting hand. Oh, what's going on? Okay. Are you DCing? The only thing I can think is this is a brick. Oh, no, no. Oh, still there. Okay, good. I was going to say, if they're DCing on purpose, the only thing I can think is that they bricked, and they just want to say, you know, free. Ooh, Gem Knights. You gotta check something here. Put that down. Changer! I actually didn't want to change it to defense, but you know. Yes. Eat your monster. Give me that thing. It may not even be a Gem Knight deck he's running. Maybe he's running just, I don't know. Oh no, he is running Gem Knights. Okay. There you go. See what you got there, buddy. Ooh, look at that guy. Let me see what he does. Let's see. When this card is sent from the field to the river, return all set spell cards in the field. I kind of want to let this go. I have a feeling I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to let it go. Ooh, another fusion. Okay. What you got there, buddy? Ooh, this is a big guy. Oh. Okay, this we gotta put down. Oh my god, it's like playing spellbooks, dude. Come on. Do something. The Magician deck? What are you talking about, Magician deck? Are you talking about Cosmo Brain? Okay, this is taking too long, dude. This is just getting annoying. Seriously, just go away already. Yeah, I think he's talking about Cosmo Brain. Yeah, sorry, dude. That crap was taking too long, man. I got annoyed. 6 kegs! I have no idea what that is. Ah, not a rage quit. More like a boredom quit. More like a, dude, come on, man. Am I playing spellbooks here or what? Okay, I have no idea who this person is. Oh, well, apparently I'm not dueling them. Have I faced Trax today? I think I did. Yeah, I did face Trax. He's running his Rainbow Dragon deck. Oh, you're frustrated with gold. It can get frustrating. Dude, think of it this way, Callum. I was able to get to Legend 2 last season, and then this season I am literally I'm treading water in Platinum 1. It's like I win a duel, I lose a duel. I win a duel, dude. That's been going on for like the last 10 duels. It's just been crap. So yeah, I get your frustration there. It's Moo! Moo? I have a bone to pick with you. Now, Moo. We were talking about vacuums earlier. And the reason I say vacuums is because we're about to discuss things that suck. I noticed that you unsubbed. I noticed. But then I saw that you resubbed. So I have to ask. Was it something I said? Was it? I don't know. Tell me. And Moo's like, what in the hell are you talking about, dude? Come on, Moo Jim. We all know it's a bromance. That's right. No homo, right? Anyway, back to Duel Links. It was a joke. Stop joking like that, man. It's scary. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Still nobody in there. Oh, here. I can go get my free 10... whatchamacallits here real quick. My daily bonus, which is useless to me right now. And then my free 10... I'm saving my coins, as you can see. I'm not going to use them. I'm going to save all the coins to the last day. And then I'm just going to burn all of them. But, of course, we get the free 10 per day, so I get that. So we're going to get our free 10. Nothing great out of this. Oh, we got some gems. I bet I'll get 2 gems. 2 gems and maybe 10 EX tokens. Well, 6 gems. I guess it's better than nothing. I was right about the tokens, though. Speaking of which, let me take a look at... only one of these. Zork's fine. Finally got 3rd Falcos. I thought I had 3 of these. I thought I had more skilled whites, too. Huh. Okay. But all the other stuff, obviously, I've got plenty of. But yeah, I finally got one of these. I mean, not that I'm really crazy about this card. Finally got one of these. And of course, one more Jin would be nice. That's really all I want, is just one more Jin. If I get more of these, fine. If I get more of these, fine. I want the Jin. Here, I'm gonna use these real quick while we're waiting. Oh, look at that, 2 gold chests. Let's see what we get. Give me gems, give me gems. Hey, 50 gems, alright. I don't think I'll get gems out of this one. Ooh! Oh, that was nice! 100 gems, that's beautiful. I'm gonna get this, just because I need the extra little experience. There, and then we'll go back. But that was nice, man. 100 gems. That's 2 more packs. For the 10th. Manuel says he's still in the room. Okay, I'm going back. Where are you? Oh, there you are. It was gold, right? Okay, we'll try... Oh, sorry. We'll try this again. More gems than you've had in a long time. I'm purposely saving my gems, Callum, because I want to do a big... I want to do a big pack opening when the new box comes out on the 10th. That's just in a few more days. That's what, Monday? I can't see the date. Yeah, today's the 8th. Yeah, the 10th is Monday. But I imagine it's probably... Well, that makes me think. Does that mean it's going to come out Sunday night? Because that's how they've been doing them lately. Or is it going to come out Monday night? I don't know how it's going to work. I really don't. This is not a good starting hand. Yeah, it's not a brick, but it's not a hand I would want to go first with. This deck definitely favors going second. Maybe Sunday night. That's what I was thinking. probably Sunday night. Because if it's done at night, which they usually do, I think I'm just going to release it in the video instead of doing it via stream. Or I don't know, maybe I'll do a special stream, who knows. I'll try and figure that out. I'm going to throw another Link Karibo down there. Or Relay Karimbo? Whatever. He's like, crap, are you serious? Oh, it was Paleozoic. Yeah, use it. Just, I mean, I'm going to flip him back up anyway. But, you know, in one way or another, it's going to go to the graveyard. So it's not so bad. At least you still have the chance of activating the secondary effect later on. Oh, wait. But now he's going to activate the floodgate. I kind of saw that coming. He's like, and now he gets, if he wants, he can bring that back. I wouldn't bring that back right now. I would wait. Oh. That's a mistake. I think that's a mistake, dude. Well, maybe it is and maybe it isn't, because he might have a tribute monster in his hand. If he has a tribute monster in his hand, then I can understand why he did it. But the reason I say that's a mistake is because of this. So he's going to take 19 to the dome. But I'm going to imagine that his face down... Oh, that could be a Relink Karibo, though. He'll take less damage, but I'll get rid of that darn thing and he won't get the draw. I'm going to go that. Oh, no! No! I made a mistake! Insert GIF. I made a huge mistake. He's like, yes! He fell for it! Holy crap! But look at that. That's a card you don't see very often. Castle of Dark Illusions. Do not see that card very often. There goes the tribute. Arcfiend Giant. Gonna leave that alone. You kind of have to do that. Hey, Yami. Over on Twitch. Yeah, I gotta switch that sucker. Okay, depends on what I draw here. Because if I draw something a little bit better than this, then we'll see. Let's see. Genzo? No. Actually, not a bad draw, though. Can bring this guy out. Let's set that. We're going to get rid of his big guy. Because unfortunately, I can't get rid of that stupid thing. At least not with what I have. Excuse me. Yeah, I figure if I can get, and this is before the bonus 500 they give us, if I can get like 2,500 gems and then add the 500, so I'll have like 3,000 total, that's a pretty good pack opening right there. What is that, like 60 packs? That's 60 packs. Ooh, another card you don't see very often. Gonna take a chance, huh? I'm sorry, I hate to do this to you, but I had to. That was my one really solid draw so far. The others have been okay. That was a really solid draw. I needed that. Now this monster is useless. But I can see why you wanted to get rid of Pitch Black. Because of, you know, you probably got something back there. Did Pitch Black throw you off? I managed to win. But obviously I admittedly screwed up. I should have just gone for the points when he brought out his Paleozoic. Good game, sir. But yeah, I screwed up there. I mean, I took a chance. It was, you know, it was I really did think you had another. I thought you had a Relic Karibo. I had no idea you were going to have something like the Castle of Dark Illusions. I was like, what in the world? What is this? Kefka says, I am the luckiest man alive. I am an aardvark. I am a sorcerer. Sorry. I'm channeling Tristan here. Okay, I don't know who... Okay, Beat. And I gotta check something. Copy to clipboard. Members. Yeah, it says recruit members off. So, again, I'm guessing somebody shared the room number. Because, yeah, it's not recruiting anybody. You either go to the graveyard. Okay, so JB Kirby, I've not faced. And, oh, well, Shredder apparently is going to face this person now. So Kirby, I'll go ahead and face this person. Got two best cards from the event, one after the other. Which two? Well, I mean, the cards... I mean, I honestly think if there is a best card in this event that you can get, it's probably Jin. Did you get a Jin? Because if one of them is Jin, then I can probably agree with you at least halfway. If it's not a Jin, then I'll be like, Because seriously, even the ultra rare, it's... Jin is just so much more useful. That's why, I mean, 2 Jins is good. I've already got the 2 Jins. I'm going to get a third, because once you finish the event, or once you get to 30, let me see, you have like 5 of those? Oh. Okay, well for you, it's just like, eh. For me, it's a little different. Put that there, and... Again, it's so much better if I were going second. But I mean, this is an attack-focused deck, so I guess that makes sense. Double summon. I kind of want to do this because I think I know what's coming, so I have to do this. Well, I'm gonna have to draw a trap now. Let's see. Dang it. We're gonna... Let me see. I'm gonna throw that down there because I just... Yeah. That's another thing I've noticed. I'm starting really monster heavy lately. Seems kind of eh. I'm gonna eat fish here, apparently. Well, that's not a fish. That's an orca. That's a mammal. I wonder. Well, I guess they have to kind of call it a sea serpent, because you definitely don't want to call it a fish because it's not a fish. That's an. Well, you could call it an aqua. Yeah, I guess you could call it an aqua. Powerful rebirth. Yeah, I don't have to. Kefka, they will never add that. I did think of an interesting way for them to add it, but I have a feeling that there will be backlash for it. And I also think the backlash would be kind of misplaced. But here's my idea. Good duel, sir. I lost, but it's cool. Good duel. This is the way I think trading should work. And this... It's not going to be the best way to do it, but I think it's the only way they can do it while still being able to preserve the fact that if you open up trading just for everybody, for everything, people are going to take massive advantage of that, which is not good for business. I think the only way they would open up any sort of trading would be if you can only trade cards that you paid for. Like if I, like if you go to the in-game store, and I'm not talking about packs you get with gems. I'm talking about packs that you literally pay for. And they have that, obviously, even if it's on sale. Like, say for instance, here, we'll just go to this box. This is an example. Like, I can buy 10 packs plus 1 super rare for $6. Okay, so this is how I would do it. Again, any packs that you get with gems, even the gems that you get from these deals, you can't trade those cards. And they would be marked as so you wouldn't be able to trade them. However, if you pay money, like if you pay the $6 and you get those 10 packs plus that super rare, every card in those 10 packs plus that super rare would be marked as tradable because you paid for them. And the reason I think it would have to be done that way is because, again, there's just way too much room for abuse. Because I've seen people, and I even know some of you guys do it. When you start a new account, you are showered with gems. You're just showered with them. I mean, you get thousands and thousands of gems with very little effort when you first start playing the game. It's only later on that the gems get a little harder to come by. And so I think that the reason they would have to do it the way I mentioned is because what's to stop anybody from going and opening 10 more accounts? It's a free-to-play game. So you can just get a different email address, which are free, go and open up a handful of new accounts, take all those cards that you got pretty much for free using the gems they gave you, and quote-unquote trade them to your main account. So if I wanted to, there are a handful of cards that I need. Like, one of the things that I've mentioned before is I could use a third Anki. And where's he? Valiant Souls? Okay. Example. At this point, I would probably have to go through at least half this box to get the Anki. I know that. But if you just open up trading for everybody, no matter what, with no restrictions, I could just go and open up an account, get 5,000 or 6,000 of the free gems, and just go and open mass packs, get that Anki, and trade it to my main account without having to buy anything or without having to earn gems with an older account. See, that's where the abuse would come in. That's why I think if they ever open it up, it would have to be that way. People won't like it, and that's fine. They cannot like it. But from a business perspective, that's how they would have to do it. Otherwise, they would just lose way too much money, because it would pretty much take away the incentive to buy or to spend actual money on packs. I mean, why would you spend $20, or in this case, like here, 30 packs plus 300 gems for, $30? Why on earth would you spend $30 on 30 packs when you could just make a whole new account and get probably half that box for free within the first day? Why would anybody spend $30? They wouldn't. So that's why they would never open up trading the way that we would want them to. But anyways, that's my rant. That's my idea on it. And to me, like I said, doing it that way, like marking all of the cards that you literally pay actual money for and being able to trade those, that's fine. I think that's perfectly fine. I think it's, again, younger people are not going to like that. But it is the way it is. You got to make money somehow, or else the game goes away. But yeah, I believe me, Kefka, I agree. I wish they would implement trading in some way. Because I've paid, I've bought packs before. You guys have seen it. I've bought packs. I've bought some of the decks. And if I could trade away some of those cards to some of you guys, I would definitely do it. But like I said, the chances for abuse there are just way too high. So you would have to implement a system like that. Otherwise, the only other way would be maybe a subscription type service. And let's face it, there are not a lot of subscription type games out there anymore. There are still some, but those are few and far between now. A lot of games like this are all free to play. Heckler, I have no idea who this is. But just to kind of give you all something to look at while I rant, I'll play this person too. But yeah, like World of Warcraft, it's still a subscription service, and I actually like it that way. because I have played games, like another game that I've played was Star Trek Online. And that's a free-to-play game, which can be good and can be bad. And the reason I say that, come on buddy, where are you? Is because, like with World of Warcraft, I mean, to even really get in the game and be able to chat, and to be able to trade, and to be able to join guilds, you have to pay. You have to. Because there are the free accounts that you can get, like the free to try account, where you can play up to like level 20 just to kind of get a taste for the game, and if you like it, then you can pay your monthly subscription, and then, you know, there you go. But there are a lot of limitations on that account, because again, you can't chat, you are not allowed to trade, you are not allowed to join guilds. So it's very limited. But again, being this game the way it is, I doubt that anybody would be up to paying a monthly subscription for it. I really doubt. Even if it's a low price, like $5 a month, I doubt anybody would be up for that. Okay, so Heckler is a ghost apparently, and so is Beat, because I've been trying to duel them and nothing's happening. Excuse me. I apologize for my kind of coughing voice and stuff. It got really cold last night. Well, really cold for South Texas. And anytime the temperature drops like that, like, you know, by 20 or more degrees, my throat always gets a little scratchy. I'll work it through. But Zornica. Okay, we'll try Zornica. We'll see how, see if they're available. Okay, good. Zornica's available. But yeah, I think, like I said, as far as the trading thing goes, I think that the way that I put forth makes sense from a business perspective. And like I said, it would annoy a lot of duelists. But again, even though I like playing the game and I would like to be able to trade cards, I can see why people would be upset with that implementation of trading, but I can't fault them for protecting their interest. Hey Mal, what's going on? We were just talking about the implementation of trading in Duel Links and how it would have to be implemented. Turner says, got a cold front in northwestern Tennessee. I almost made it to Tennessee. This was many, many years ago. I was like in North Alabama for a very short time, for like a week. And Tennessee was like right there. I could have literally just gotten in my car, drove for like 20 minutes, and gotten to Tennessee. Excuse me. Madolce. Haven't seen these in a while. But yeah, it was kind of strange because, like, in my area, the cold front did not want to arrive. Like yesterday, I decided to go out, which was, I don't want to say it was a mistake, but I definitely made it much harder on myself than it needed to be. It started kind of drizzling a little bit, like kind of almost like it's a little, like it's like a drizzly, sticky kind of feeling outside. I don't know if you get that in Tennessee, but it was like that pretty much the whole day. And then later in the evening, that's when it really got cold. And yeah, overnight is when the temperature just, the bottom fell out of it. It got really, really chilly. And so I'm having to deal with that. That and the fact that I walked way too much yesterday. I mean, way too much. It was because I'd been itching to go out because, I mean, you guys know, well, most of you know, I don't own a car. So anytime I want to go out, I have to walk or I have to take public transportation. And I was okay with taking public transportation. I had no problem with that. The only problem is that I'm still learning the public transportation system, which means that I sometimes get on the wrong bus. So I got on the wrong bus twice yesterday. And yeah, it just excuse me, it just didn't make it a fun day. And so I ended up having to walk a lot more than I thought I was going to have to. Melissa says, how are you? And Konami would never allow trading with friends in Duel Links. Mal missed the conversation, so I'll give her a little, I'll bring her up to date. What I was saying, Mal, is that just to open up Duel Links for trading completely will never happen. So I agree with you on that point. But what I was saying is the only way I think that they would open Duel Links is that they would only allow the trading of cards that you bought with actual money. All other cards, like cards that you got with gems and stuff, they would not allow. And I was saying that, yes, you know, duelists would get upset, but it's one of those things that they would just have to do to protect their interests. Because if you just allow trading of any kind, there's no stopping people from going and opening 10 accounts, trading, you know, using all the free gems that you get. Excuse me. And then just trading them to your, you know, to your other account. There'd be no way to stop that. Oh, we actually have a lot more routes, but just to kind of give you an idea of what happened to me yesterday, I hopped on one bus that I thought was going to take me to the mall area. Like, we only have like 2 major malls here in my city, and they're right next to each other. They are literally across the street from each other. And so I hopped on that bus, but then before I knew it, I was already almost to our university, which is Texas A&M. And I was like, oh, uh-oh. And so I'm there at the university, and that's the end of the line before the bus literally turns around and starts taking the route back again. And so I actually had to ask the driver, I'm like, I thought this was going to the mall. He's like, no, this comes to the university. He's like, but there's another bus that's going to be coming that you can hop on that bus, it will take you to the mall. I was like, okay, cool. So I got off there and I hung out at the university for a little bit. And everybody gave me weird looks. I don't know why. Maybe I look like I shouldn't be at university, which was strange, but anyways. So I hung out there for a bit, then I finally hopped on the bus. And it eventually got me to the mall, but in a very roundabout way. Like, I was on that bus a good half hour. It just, you know, it just wasn't great. So it eventually but it took me a lot longer to get to the mall than it was supposed to. But even then, I wasn't really going to the mall. How do I want to play this? Let me read this real quick. Gotcha. Well, let's just try and go for it here. But yeah, okay, so it took me a while to get to where I wanted to go. Because even when I got to where I was wanting to go, I still had to walk quite a way. I had to walk at least a good 2 miles to get to where I wanted to go, because the bus, as far as I knew, just didn't run into that area. And so I walked over to Half Price Books, and then from there I walked to a restaurant that I hadn't eaten at in a long time, and I really wanted to eat there. So I went there, and then I had to walk back to go to Target, which is another place I wanted to go. And then from Target, I had to walk back to where I originally got dropped off. Good bill, sir. It's where I originally got dropped off, and then from there, I got on the wrong bus again. So I got on the wrong bus again, and it kind of took me back around to where I originally was by the Target, and I was like, well, at least now I know this. But eventually, it did take me back to my part of the city where I live, and it dropped me off, thankfully, right in front of an H-E-B, which is our local grocery store. And so I got off there, went to H-E-B, bought milk, and then had to walk all the way home. Because there was no route that took me from the H-E-B to my apartment. So, but it wasn't, the only thing that really sucked was because I've mentioned it before, I have really bad joints. And so anytime that I get up and move around a lot and I walk a lot, it's very painful. And imagine walking like 10 or 12 miles with that pain. And as you walk, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So yeah, it sucked for a while. But what also sucked is that I walked so much that my feet started blistering up. And the reason why it was easy for my feet to blister up was, one, I walked a really long way, and two, again, like I mentioned, the weather was a little weird, where it was kind of drizzly, rainy at times, but then it would go back to drizzly, and it was really humid, and so everything was moist, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, it wasn't a good time. But I did get some cool stuff, though, when I was out. I got some books, I got some cards. What else did I get? Oh, yeah, I got these. I got M&M Caramel. It's a candy. And, I hate to say it, but these are really good. It's like M&M. It's like a regular M&M, but just bigger. Think of a peanut M&M. You know how they're a little bit larger, but instead of the peanut being in there, it has caramel. So that was kind of nice. But overall, it was. Yeah, I probably did a little more than I probably should have. The upside to all that, though, is I slept like a freaking rock last night. I slept hard. I mean, it's very rare. Oh yeah, sure, Mal. It's very rare that I go to sleep and stay asleep through the entire night. I mean, it's normal for me to wake up like 10, 15, 20 times a night. That's normal for me. And it sucks, because you never get a good night's sleep that way. But it was one of the few nights in the past 10 years where I went to sleep and I was out the entire night. I woke up on my own at like 10:30 this morning. Of course, I stayed up until almost 4 o'clock in the morning. But I was out, man, just completely. And so I'm sore, my feet hurt, my joints are killing me. But I slept good. Turner, I had the caramel ones before. They are so good. I didn't think they would be this good, but they really are. It's like if I ever have M&Ms again, they have to be these. I can't go back to regular M&Ms. Come on into the room, Mal. You've got next, Mal. Where are you? There you are. Melissa, if you want to... I think he's trying to say cheap. If you want a cheap win, dual gold. Apparently Mal's been... Or not Mal. Emmanuel, who is gold, has been struggling a little today. He's not doing too well. He's been bricking a bit. In Brick City for him. I guess that's the way he's making the joke. But yeah, Mal, you missed the beginning of the show. The first 45 minutes of the show were amazing. They were absolutely amazing. We were talking about vacuum cleaners. We were talking about tamales and Christmas food and just all kinds of good stuff, man. It was amazing. You missed probably what was one of the greatest first hours of my show that I've ever done. It was amazing. It was really, really amazing. We talked about how much we love tamales and about how we have love affairs with our tamales down here in Texas, and it was amazing. And it was like, oh yeah, give me that tamale. No homo, right? So, oh, wow, okay. Black Wings. Ooh, this could be interesting. Okay, let's do this. Do this. If only I had a... Well, Pitch Black wouldn't help right now. Let's try this. I know I'm being a little overly aggressive with that backfield I have, but let's just try anyway. Excuse me. Mirror wall. Kind of saw that coming. Open the bag. They're doing something. I don't know what they're doing. But, oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, that came to the field. Oh, I guess I'm going to end the turn. Ooh, gonna pay, huh? Kind of know what they have there too. Don't use the wall. Don't use the other wall you have. Yeah, I was gonna say leave the wall of D alone because I would have taken that monster out either way. Now they gotta dump their mirror wall. That's the one thing I don't like about Mirror Wall and Duel Links is that it's, considering you only have 4,000 life points, it's expensive. It's really expensive. Excuse me. Oh, that stinks. Well, nothing I can do about that. Oh no! Oh no! I've fallen on my hair. I couldn't think of a good joke for that. Good duel, ma'am. Or sir. I don't know which one you are. I never asked. Let's see, I'm going to step out of the room for a bit. Man, a lot of people are dueling. Let's see. What was I? Oh, yeah. Let us duel this guy. I got the Insector deck really early. Did y'all get the Insector deck? That's what I've been using, is in the Insector. Stormy Ninjas. What is this? I haven't faced this deck. Oh my god, this is a bad starting hand. Please draw monster. That is a brick if I ever saw one. That is... ugh. It's such a brick. I gotta draw something now. Ugh. Dumping 2 monsters. That's actually not so bad. Because I can do this. Excuse me. Oh, decisions. I can do this and dump one of their backfield. Let's be safe and do that. We're going to send that away. Let's hit their backfield. Oh, that was a good pick. That kunai with chain would have really hurt. Oh, come on, what is this? Are you serious? That is such BS. Oh, come on. Ugh. Really? Oh my... Well, it didn't help that I started with a brick. That's terrible. That's the thing. I mean, I like the Insector deck. I just, again, obviously bricking potential is real. Alright, we're going to try this again.
Duel.
This is a little better. Kids are outside again. And we're all freaking out. Kunai with chain! Yeah. I'm only doing one, though. I'm not going to fill up my field. I mean, when it comes time to do it again. No. Oh, wow. Are you serious? Now, this is much better. We'll send this guy back. Because I kind of want the other guy in the grid right now. Not bad. We'll do this. And we're gonna do this guy. Yeah, that's fine. That. Do that. Look at that, 2 queens. That's pretty. I mean, she's kind of gross, but to have both of them out there is nice. Now that went a lot better. Emmanuel's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a drink. Back to jams, right? $150 more. 10,000 gold. I didn't realize how far along I was. I'm already at 27 now, huh? Let's see, what's in area 27? Well, 70 gems at 29. That's nice. I'm just burning these. I'll get right back to the duel here. We're already 2 hours and 13 minutes into the stream, man. I could actually just call it and be like, yep, that's it! No more stream. Why? I'm going back to bed. My feet are still killing me. Here, let's face this guy. Pokey Draco. Oh, I can probably auto-duel that. Oh, man. The next event after this one, though, isn't it the dinosaur guy? Isn't he the next event? And we get to unlock him? I think that's how it goes. It'd be nice if we did, because we'd get Tristan, level him up a bit, get some easy gems, and then get the Dino guy and get even more easy gems. This is why I don't like putting both of those tokens out there like that, because now you can't summon anything else that easily. I mean, they got lucky because they drew a tribute monster, but it would have been over a little sooner. We could have, you know, brought up either one of these. ultimate. Everybody knows this is the ultimate in monkey technology. What's this? Oh, Tristan original. Okay. Yeah, Jack's not coming till next year, unfortunately. Yeah, we kind of already knew that coming into it, though. We knew that Jack was... the next time the Jack Atlas event rolls around, I think is when we're going to get it. Is when we're going to be able to unlock him, which should be probably, I would say, late January? Mid to late January. I'm going to say late January. Yeah, those kids outside are going nuts. But let me jump back in the room. And let's see, who's in there? Bree Guy. I don't know who that is. And Osiris. I guess I'm facing this person. I want some Darksiders. Okay. Maybe they're... Would I like to cancel my entry? What is this? Come on. Okay, well, this person's not really there, so I guess I'm gonna face this person. Or not, come on. There we go. And as you all can see in chat, we have Emmanuel Reynolds here, who is the brother of Ryan Reynolds, the guy who plays Deadpool.
Duel.
Am I going first? Okay, good, they're going first. And as versus you say, we're going to see some synchros. Cool. X-Sabers. Saber slashed. Not a whole lot I can do here. It just stinks that I only have 2 pitch blacks in this deck, and I got them both. It's like, couldn't I at least have gotten something a little better? Yeah. But no. Like, an Exarian would have been really nice right there. Excuse me. My throat is still scratchy as hell, man. And I don't like using those throat lozenges, cough drops and stuff. I do not like using those. Put it down. I know what that is. Oh, he's not going to use it. Okay. You believe me. Starting with these two, it didn't, yeah. Yeah, starting with 2 pitch blacks really sucked. 1 pitch black I'm fine with, but like I said, if I would have had an Exarian, Excuse me. Yeah, if I would have had an Xarian, it would have been much better. I'm gonna take a chance here because it's either this or I'm dead anyway, so... Because if he's got a trap back there, it's over. Oh, he just negates the attack. Okay, that's fine too. I mean, I guess if I wanted to make this deck really hardcore, I could. But I still want to keep it kind of on the fun side a bit. Because let's face it, if I wanted to, I could put 3 of these in there. I could easily put 3 of those in there. But I just, you know, like I said, I don't want to do that to you guys. I could put 3 of these, and I could put, God, I kind of want to save that, though. But if I draw crap next turn, let's take the chance. Oh, let's see what they got. Oh, we let it go. Now, if I can draw a monster next turn, that would be nice. There you go. Still taking a chance, though. How do I want to do this? Oh, of course, frickin' Treacherous Travel. Yeah, I'm also not running this either. Because again, I want to make this more fun than anything. Excuse me. Oof, I'm top decking now. Put your monster in defense. No, he's gonna take the 4, okay. He forgot to use Tie That Binds. That's weird. You serious? Come on, man. Ugh. My one tribute monster. It's like, no, let me appear now. Oh, that's so stupid. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't use Tie That Binds the last time. Ugh. It was a bricky sort of duel there for me. Ugh. Alright, let's see. Who else is there? Gaotu? Maybe? I should probably change decks. I've been using this thing the entire time. I don't know what else I would use, though.
Am I confident in my dueling? Not at all.
Okay. Am I confident in my dueling? Let me think. Who should I use? This is a bit of a hardcore deck, but it's still kind of fun.
Let's see you get past this.
Wait, is this the... I don't think this is the one I think it is. Hold on. Okay, yeah, this one's different. Hold on. We'll probably go like one more duel, and then we'll call it, because this is actually a longer show for me. I have no idea who this person is. That's the one downside about playing a game like this and having open duel rooms, is that I cannibalize my viewers. Like I was saying earlier, I had a ton of viewers earlier, but then once I open the duel room, people stop watching and go to the duel rooms. So I cannibalize my own viewership.
Duel.
What about the new box? We've discussed that like 500 times. Yeah, the new box is... I think the new box is really good. The ultra rares and the super rares I think are all really good. The rares are okay, the normals are, well, they're normals. Here you go. Y'all get to watch Silent Waifu. The thing I like about the new box Otaku is that there's a lot of very easily summonable synchros in it. Like, what is it? Ancient Fairy Dragon? Pretty easy to bring out. There's a couple of others. There's like 4 or 5 synchros that don't require a ton of additional summoning conditions. So that's what I was liking about it. Come on, man, it's taking forever. Just do what you're gonna do. I think the only normal card that I saw that I really liked was what was it, that emergency tuning or something? I forget exactly what it was called. But it was a trap card. I know that. And I lost. Anyways. So, but yeah, I'm trying to remember some of the normal ones now, because I can't remember right off the top of my head what some of the normal ones were. Dual King 12, I don't know who this is. Now I kind of want to go look at the box again. That's a very distracting question, sir. Okay, yeah, I don't think this person's here. The Tormentor. Okay, I don't know who, I seriously don't know who more than half of these people are. I have no idea how they got the room number. I don't know where they came from. Why is he saying you fool? I don't get that. I'm looking at at Discord. Anyways, yeah, I think we're gonna call the show. It's been 2.5 hours. My feet hurt, and I've been sitting down this whole time. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do the box opening on a stream or if I'm just gonna do a video. We'll figure it out. We'll see how that works out. Anyways, thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate it. I like y'all coming by. Make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure y'all check out the forums that we have, which are newly revamped. Very nice looking, very pretty, and we're trying to fill it up with various content. But the cool thing is that if you go there, you can start your own topics, which is nice, and start your own conversations. And I can tell you right now, if you do start a topic, I'm probably going to respond to it because I'm one of the few people on there right now. Anyways, what was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, again guys, make sure y'all get y'all's vacuum cleaners cleaned and go out and get some tamales. Because you know what they say about tamales? Oh yeah, give me that tamale. No tamale, eh? 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 Okay, bye.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lame, misfortune seemed his lot. He got into a drifted